Hi, Julie Jones from SSB Performance, Smarter, Stronger, Better Mindset Training. Here with this week's Mindset Made Simple Tip of the Week, brought to you by Game Day Sportswear. This week we're talking about don't let the past call the next play. Last week we talked about being where your feet are and finishing where your feet are and making sure that we are playing the play that's in front of us, or playing the game that's in front of us, or giving the speech that's in front of us, or whatever it is that we're doing, being where our feet are, which is really, really hard to do. This week, we're going to talk a little bit about why. The reason that it's so difficult is because it's not just our thoughts that show up in big moments. Our emotions show up and our history shows up. And that history has a huge impact on how we feel and what we choose to do next. And over the past few months, I've been studying a lot and reading a lot about how our body hangs onto things and how grief affects our body. And we're not going to talk about grief today, but these concepts that are related to grief are directly related to performance and how we approach our performance. One of the most powerful things that I've come across is the idea that our brain is constantly updating its internal map of the world. And when we lose someone close to us that has been around us all the time, we continually look for them because that's what our body is trained to do. That's what our body is trained to do. And our internal maps don't get updated overnight. So they continue to go on these paths that lead our thinking, or the way that we feel, down certain familiar pathways. But here's what stood out to me, right? The old pathways don't disappear. We keep getting pulled into them. And the same thing happens. It doesn't apply just to grief. Obviously, this applies to performance. Our brain and our body store our experiences, but they don't store them evenly. They store them emotionally. So I've talked numerous times about this file cabinet that Dr. Sue Ziegler talks about that we carry around with us that has all of our experiences in it. And the ones that are in the front of the file cabinet are the ones that were, wrought with emotion. Unfortunately, the things that get wrought with emotion, or emotion laden in our lives, are normally the things that we don't like. Now, of course, you remember the birth of your child, and you remember, winning a championship, and you remember all these things, but the everyday things that we do that are, if we're going to label them good, but things that go our way, sort of get pushed under the rug and they don't get a whole lot of attention. So when we step into these pressure situations, our brain isn't just reacting to what's happening, it's predicting. It's predicting what's going to happen next. And this is where you hear with your teams or in your own brain or with whoever it is that you work with, here we go again. Last year, this is what happened. Or we've struggled here before, because we are constantly trying to protect ourselves. So those are the thoughts that come up first, because those are the ones that, boom, send us into, oh, wait a second, I've got to protect something, or I'm reacting to something before I even know what's coming. My body is already reacting to the environment around me before my brain even has a chance to catch up and respond. Our heart rate changes, our muscles tighten, our focus narrows, maybe too much, and sometimes in the wrong direction. So these things don't happen because we're weak. They don't happen because we're not prepared. They happen because our system is doing exactly what it's designed to do, and that is to keep us safe. Your body, your brain, its number one job is survival. It is meant to keep you safe. It's pulling from what it remembers the most, and most of the things that your brain remembers are things that felt just a slight bit threatening. Even if they turned out okay, it's that initial threat that sort of raises this ire in us, and it puts an emotional stamp on the experience. But here's the problem. Athletes don't train what we remember. They replay mistakes, they relive failure much more than they relive successes. They reinforce those patterns that they're trying to avoid. And it's not just athletes, it's all of us. We relive and we go over the thing that didn't go right. I saw a meme one time and it said, good comment, good comment, good comment, good comment, good comment. One negative comment. What's the thing we focus on? The negative comment, because it was threatening. And that's the thing that we, go over and over. If I get messages about my tips, it's the ones that aren't good, which they don't happen very often, but the bottom line is they do happen. That those are the things you're like, wait a second, what do you mean? Because you look at all the other ones, you're like, oh, good, people are getting something out of this. Great, that's what I meant to do. But it's that one that makes you second guess, okay, am I not giving enough information? Am I not good at this or whatever it is? And then you start to, go down this rabbit hole, and we all do it. Our brain remembers what we repeat over and over and over more than it remembered what you did. That thing that you did comes and goes, like, okay, there it is, there it goes. It's not a lot of emotion with it, but what you repeat, the emotion continues to build, and that's not always helpful. So when pressure hits, that's what shows up, and that's what Dr. Ziegler talks about. The things that are in the front, those things that got all of our attention, that's what our brain goes back to immediately. And it's amazing how quickly we go back there. I've experienced this obviously throughout my whole life, but even more over the past couple months, where it's like, oh my gosh, you go right back to that feeling of, oh, or whatever that feeling is, and then that influences what happens next. But this awareness that we get, okay, I'm going back there. Like, okay, that's this stuff that's really important. Awareness is very important, because if our brain is going to predict things, we need to help it. We need to help it, and not go to that prediction, but maybe go to something and give it something better to pull from. And this is where our highlight reel comes in. This is not about feeling good. This is not about thinking about only things that go well. This is about intentionally giving your brain and body a response to an environment that is going to predict what's going to happen. So we're going to feed it what we want. We're going to have a little protocol that sets us up to use something that is going to be helpful to our performance. So how simple is this? 30 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever it is. But we need to go back, and we need to have this prepared. Go back, and I just did this with numerous groups over the past couple weeks. Go back and put yourself in that one situation that you felt like you were on top of the world. You are just killing it. I can do this from my senior year in college, and you can too, no matter how old you are. I remember we were at the NCAA tournament. I remember the specifics of it. I know what uniform we had on. I know who was up after me. I don't remember a whole lot of stuff, quite frankly. Like I'm not sure about my memory sometimes, but I remember the specifics of it. Number one, because I've replayed it a million times in my head on purpose, but because it had a lot of emotion, and I want to keep using that emotion to my advantage. This is called the winner effect. The winner effect shows us that when we experience something that we feel was a win, even if it's just mentally, our confidence and our performance, they increase. Our body recognizes that this is what we do. So this highlight, pull a highlight. It can be one, it can be two, you can have some backups. But before you step into a pressure situation, instead of thinking of all the things that could go wrong, or the predictions of here we go again, or what if that, what if this, why not pull up that great experience? Live it out. Who was there? Did the sun feel warm? What was going on? How'd you feel afterwards? Because right then and there, you are changing your physiology, you are changing the neurotransmitters in your brain, you are changing your perspective. And instead of going down this route of, oh, this is what we do, no, this is what we do. It sets your body up to do the same thing, to look for opportunities to do the same thing, because this is what we do. This is what we do. We're not perfect. It's just you reliving what you've already done, putting yourself into perspective of, hey, I am a winner, and I am going to work to win in this situation, instead of talk myself out of it or second guess myself to the point that I can't perform. When we step into the moment, our body has something that it recognizes that we have done that has been helpful to us. So instead of reacting to the past, it responds to this stimulus that we have trained. And it could be something different every single time. But this is how you shift from, I hope this goes well, to I know what this feels like. I've been in pressure situations before. I have changed games before. I have changed rooms, environments before. I have changed this before. I have been here before, because if I had never been here before, I probably wouldn't be in this situation. Someone believes in me. I need to too. It's about what we intentionally replay. How do we get the good stuff to the front of our file cabinet? We intentionally replay it, and we give it emotion, because we know emotion matters. And if we can shift our emotion in pressure situation, we will perform better. We don't want to wait to see how we feel based on our prediction. We want to train how we feel. Build our highlight reel, run it, repeat it. It's simple. It takes no time, but it is a game changer. Because again, when we experience success, even if it's just mentally, our confidence and our performance increase. And when that moment comes and we're under pressure again, and we start to say, here we go again, we'll be ready to answer, yeah, we've been here before, and this is what we do. We've been here before, and here we go again. You can say that two different ways. We want to say it in the way that sets us up to be present and be our best in the moment, because we have been here before. Here we go again. Run your highlight reel. It's that simple. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 2 seconds, whatever you have. It's a game changer. Thanks for being with me this week. I hope you have a great week. And I'd love to hear your comments, juliej@ssbperformance.com. My teams are having a great spring. If you'd like to consider doing some mental performance training with your teams next year, hit me up. I'd love to add you to our group of amazing performers. The mental game does make a difference. You know it. I know it. It's a huge part of performance. And I am certain that the programs that we run are effective and can help change what your kids are doing, or what the people that you lead are doing, either in the boardroom or on the field or on the court. So have a great week. I'll see you next week.